Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks for joining me here on Riverbend on my custom dairy farm. So as you can see, I have a worker out there and I am still working on converting these fields into hay fields. So right now that worker off to the distance is planting some grass, and I just finished up these two fields up here, kind of tilling them up. And I have some updates for you, and especially if you have this build and you're playing on it, I have an update for you. And some of you might have been like, well, what's going on with my money situation if you're playing on this map? So I do need to show you something, so stick around for that. Alright, so I'm not sure if I lease that. Let's just put it over there, but you can see I have this other cultivator in the way. I know this one, I'm pretty sure this one is mine from the starting farm. Like 90% sure. So I like how those bales look sideways. Thank you to one of the channel members. They kind of correct me and said in Iowa, where they're at, they see both sideways and they see upright round bales. So thank you for that. It seems like around by me they're all like that. Everything is sideways, like 100%. So alright, so what I am doing right now is obviously converting those fields. I leased, there it is, another planter, and let's change this to grass. Alright, and let's get them out there, and then I'll show you a few things. I have, like I said, an update for you if you're playing on this map, which it almost kind of makes me nervous sometimes now that there's a handful of you actually playing on the same map I am. And I mean, it's cool, but like hopefully I go, oh, I don't want to be messing things up, you know. But I can't think of it that way either. That's, you know, can't think of it that way. So alright, the ferry is coming over, but it is really neat that so many people now have asked for the map, and if you are playing on it, I hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. I probably come back to this, well, maybe a little too much, and I keep wanting to play on it even off camera, and then I feel like, oh no, when I come back, like I almost have to write down my lesson plan for the video. Like, alright, I have to update people now on this or tell people about that because I'm not the only one playing on it anymore. So that's cool. I mean, in that aspect, I really do appreciate it. And if you would like a copy of this build, just let me know. Send me an email, and I can send you a copy of it. No problem. Alright, so the first thing, that was perfect. I want to be on the side-by-side. I want to show you where that ferry's going across. Is over here, and I know it's still September and I put 2 times speed on. However, just to try it out, I went ahead and I went past September. I was like, I think I was leasing December on this map, just trying some things. I didn't save it, but it was in regards to the manure pit. Now the one that was here, you'll notice this is not the one that's on my build, and I'll tell you why here. So let me get to it, and I think it's in silos. There it is, yes. Alright, so it's, oops, I don't want that. Excuse me. So it's this one here. Now I really liked it. I think it looks awesome. I mean, with the ramp there and stuff you can drive under. I mean, it's so cool looking, and I had it positioned like this way. So I was just kind of playing around with it, and I kept noticing nothing was going into the silo in the manure pit. And I was like, oh, what's wrong? And I have not one, but I have 2 barns right here. And the whole reason I put this in is because this red barn, you have to have straw in. And so I thought, well, might as well use the manure. And then for our milking barn here, same thing. Well, I don't know if any of you that are playing on the map notice that this, at least for me right now, it's not working. And it was showing 0 in there the whole time. So I went ahead and put this manure in, and I think this is, yep, just this one, manure heap, the 25,000, and this is by Giants. So I positioned it this way so you can see that trigger is right on the side, and then I kind of finagled it here with the leveling, put it off to the side enough where I could bring in a wheel loader or a bucket if I wanted to. You can see it's kind of low down there, even though you can't go through it, but I couldn't raise up that level next to the road, at least on my end. And if you're playing on the map, let me know what you did with this. So you can see some of the white there, but I thought it's okay, and I covered it up a little bit. But this one does work. I tried it out and I'm all set now again. So that's one thing I was kind of surprised on, but I was looking at it and I was like, I should have a little bit of manure in there. The straw's going down, but it's not working. So there you go. I switched it out, and if you're playing on this build, let me know what you did, or did you not realize that? I mean, I didn't realize it, and I guess no one else pointed out to me yet, so I was like, oh shoot, I have to tell them. So alright, and there's another thing, oops, traffic, that I do have to show you, and it's in regards to the money. So let me just cut up through this way, take a little shortcut through our grass field. So right now you can see I have 9 million in the bank, and I know it's a lot, but it's just because of the build, and then I put down the government signs to make the build. And honestly, the overwhelming response with the build has been amazing, to such a great point. I didn't think that many people would want to be playing on it, which I greatly appreciate. Obviously, I've been sending everyone the build that wants it. So let me get them set up before I lose my train of thought. Alright, just checking. Alright, there's nothing on here. Ooh, we're only 50% fertilized, so we need to fertilize this too. Alright, let's go down this way. They should do their headlands first on this field. So like I said, yeah, I want all these grass fields anyways. So it looks like that other one's making good progress over there. And then this one will get going, and then I have that small field. So that's pretty exciting to get going on these, and I think these will make perfect fields for silage and or hay and getting your cuttings off of here. And like I said, when I built it, I thought the proximity to the farm, it's right there. It's just great. Okay, back to my other stuff. So I realized, so this is kind of a double-edged sword, when I was working on that manure, and I was like, something's not right, and why isn't it working, right? I went ahead with the months, and in doing so, trying to figure out, well, is that silo just not working for me? It probably has something, or it needs, oops, I don't need lime for this grass, I need fertilizer as I'm chatting. maybe it needs an update, or it has something where it's just not working with the triggers from these two cow barns, which is okay. I mean, I really wanted to use that one, and aesthetically, that's the one I would choose. It's just not. So, long story short, when I was putting in that other one, I realized when I was moving up the months, I was like, oh, wow, like, it jumped up quite a bit. And if you noticed, as I was just chatting, I was at 9.7, now I'm at 10 million. So, I better stop chatting. That's what that tells me. Having too much fun. Let me jump out and let me go to the starting farm, and oh my, there it is. Let's visit. Oh, no, won't let me visit. Oops. On hotspots. There we go. There we go. All right. So here on Grandpa's farm, when I built it, this is what you need to know. So when I built this, if you notice right here, and it should be on your copy as well, there are some government signs. So, my mistake, I totally forgot about them being here, and I forgot to tell anybody that they were there. And then as I was moving ahead in the months, testing out the manure pit, I go down the rabbit hole, and I keep going, why am I getting like millions of more, dollars? Why is that happening? I didn't sell anything, I didn't do anything. Well, I completely forgot that there were signs here. So there you go. And it's right here. So here's Grandpa's farm, and here's his house, and then here's the tree with the soccer ball, which I wonder how you get that soccer ball out. Cutting down the tree probably. And then I had the signs right here, if you saw, and those signs are right in front of the fields. So there you go. If you're wondering where the mystery money was coming from, that's where it was coming from. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot, and I just didn't even think about it until I was kind of playing around, and I kind of went, wait, I shouldn't be getting this much money. So there you go. Just wanted to keep you in the loop with that. I also feel bad. I mean, that I forgot all about it, and obviously when I did that build, it was alright, I'm just gonna do all that, and I forgot I had stuff here at the starting farm. So there you go. Alright, fertilized 100% on this one. Okay, we don't need anything. Needs rolling, and I'm gonna skip the rolling. And then this one should only be 50. Ooh, it does need lime as well. Okay. So that's my plan here. Keep working, converting these fields. And now without the money, and I can't believe I was talking too much. I guess lucky me. Now I'm at 10 million. But I wasn't planning on that, honestly. But just wanted to keep you updated with that. And the manure as well. Alright, let's drop that here. Let's get out our lime. Cattle are doing alright. The one I was looking at was that far one the other day when I was playing, and the reason was I did not give them any TMR. So I think in the winter months, I'm not sure if it's even going to register the fact that I have that meadow grass, but we'll see. And in the winter months, I feel like obviously I should be giving them some TMR. That wouldn't be very kind of me to let them starve. So I want their health at 100, and we'll see with that as we kind of go in. We go into October, November, like I said. Alright, so yep, this just needs rolling. I'm kind of waiting for that planter to be done. This needs lime. And could use another fertilizer as well. Alright. Let's drive down to the bottom field. Let's see if that needs lime. So like I said, with these fields, it was all root crops, except for the bottom, it was cotton. And I've done a cotton contract once, needs lime, perfect. And guess what, that was the last time I did a cotton contract, first and last. Maybe if you had the mod cheats for it, but it wasn't my favorite at all. Alright, and then this, I actually forgot to tell you, I purchased as well. So I did end up just buying it, so I'm right across the road, and it just made sense. So there is a farm that's straight ahead up the hill there. I'm not too keen on that one. We'll see. It's a little bit harder to access. The easiest way to access that one. Oops, I don't want a worker. I want to do it. The easiest way to access that one is to actually probably go through the field there. Alright. So let's lime this one, even though it's not planted. So I did have someone ask, which is okay, how do you get the GPS lines on the field like I am right now? Which is, you know, a valid question, especially if you're new to FS25. It's completely different, and it does take some time kind of getting used to a lot of the stuff. And you can see most of the time when I'm playing, I go and I set a worker off, or I'm doing the wrong thing. Like, that does happen quite often, just because I'm still getting used to it as well. I am not perfect by any means. So let me show you really quick. Just kind of loop around here. So right now, obviously the lines are on it. You press, and it's pretty sure it's H on keyboard, and then on my Xbox controller it's actually press and hold B, and then you have the AI worker settings, and I think that's what the one member of the channel was referring to. Like, he is setting that, which is fine, but he said, how do I get to the steering and getting the lines on the field? You just swipe over to the steering assist there, and then you just press OK, and then it should give you the lines. You should be all set. So that's something it took me a little bit to figure out too, so no worries with that. I mean, we're all still learning here, and that's fine. Oops, like that right there. Of course. See, I was pressing that, but then activated the worker menu instead of activating the cruise control. So, yep, happens, and that's okay. Alright, so I can see in the distance that other worker is almost done seeding that field. And then our other AI worker is doing a really good job finishing up this one here. Alright, so let's do another turn, and should be all set with this field then. But yeah, I absolutely love the GPS feature. So much so, like, I could sit here at least for a couple hours a day if I had it, which I feel like I do not have that much time. But I would sit here with the GPS and just drive. I think it is really nice. Most of the time, I remember in FS22, if you move this camera angle like this and kind of zoomed in or zoomed out, half the time then your worker would get off track and you wouldn't be making your straight lines, which, oh my gosh, how many times did that happen to me? A lot. Way too many. Alright, and just get this one last little spot here. And then that other worker should be done. And then I can switch them over. And then this one, let me double check. Oops, I'm getting run over. Yeah, it is 100% fertilized. I just wanted to double check. So it doesn't need another round. Which, I don't know, going into winter, I know it's new seed. So I'll pretend I can give it the extra fertilizer. But I absolutely love these driving paths through the fields. I know you could probably, plow these and make one giant field if that's your thing, which is completely okay. But I'm okay with keeping it separate here as well. Alright, what am I doing here? Let's park it up the hill just a little ways. I know when I went to 2x speed for this map, I was a little sad. I was like, oh no. Yep, this does need lime. I was like, oh no, the game's gonna go by a little quicker than I want to. Because I am having so much fun playing on it, but I've been playing on it on not even half speed, so the time doesn't fly by. And that way, I'm obviously still in September, which I know I could just extend the days too, but I just haven't. I haven't done that. Alright, so after they're done, I'm going to set this worker on the smaller field, and then I'll probably just continue kind of finishing up then off camera without you guys, and bring you back when I'm done kind of converting all the fields. So I can see there's one little patch right there. We'll see if the worker gets it, which, like I said, they have been just awesome on this game. We're very impressed with them. And I don't mind these seeders too. Usually I use a bigger seeder, but I'm just having too much fun with playing on this map, like I said. And it's probably just some of the textures, the GPS. With 2 cultivators, it didn't even take that long to convert these fields. I was really, really impressed with that. Alright, where am I at? This is the middle field. Oh my. Long day. Okay. So to start, let's do just steering assist. Lower seeder, and we're off. Cool. There we go. So yeah, I just love this GPS. It's very addictive. Maybe it's like the sounds, the little click animation sounds to start and stop. Maybe it's some of that. But see, now if you look over to my left, you can see the AI worker missed. Looks like they missed a pass, but they will come back and get it. Had it only once. I don't know if I got it on camera, but one time they didn't get it, and I had to come back. But otherwise, they've been really, really good with it. Been very, very impressed. Alright, so let's just do a loop, turn around here. I can see this tractor struggling a little bit. I know it needs some maintenance coming up. There we go. Oops. triggered the wrong green line back there if you saw. Okay. So like in all my videos, you kind of get the idea of this, and then all I have to do is kind of come back and keep working. Yep, kids are back from school, so yep, gotta go check them. It's almost too much like real life. That's when you know. Too immersive. But even that carriage wagon production house, that thing is so cool looking. And I saw a couple other YouTubers put out some videos with that. It is kind of interesting to think about doing something with that. I mean, I'm not a huge like fan of doing the productions, but I'm also not opposed to it. But I guess sometimes it's like with the productions, you just don't get the profit out of it to make it worth your time, I feel like. And that's just my opinion. Okay, so let's hurry this up. Oops. See, I did the wrong thing too. Alright. See what they do. You should finish that one little spot. Yep, that's what's probably registering, and then they'll finish up with that. Perfect. That's good. Alright. And then all I have to do is get some liming done and fertilizing. And this one, yes, does need both. So, alright. Well, I'll let you go there. Thank you again for tuning in here on my custom dairy farm on Riverbend. If you haven't joined the Farming with Nick community, I'd love to have you kind of tag along here and be a part of this channel. And if you would like a copy of the save game, just let me know. Like I said, just put something in the comments, give me an email, and oops, let's go to the outside line. See, I'm not even. I get chit-chatting and then I lose my train of thought. So if you would like a copy of this, I'm fine with that. Just need your email and then I can send you this build and you can do whatever you want with it, you know. Kind of make it your own. Keep playing on it with how I built it. And up to you though. But so far, I really like playing on this side of the map. And like I've said in other builds, it just feels completely different than where like the starting farm area is. So really happy with my choice on that one. So thanks again for watching and checking out the channel. And I'd love to have you join if you haven't subscribed yet. And hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.